There's a major housing crisis in Ontario right now, and it's very, very difficult to find a good rental that, first of all, isn't costing a fortune, and secondly, that's just in good condition. And this particular property management company that's called Pinedale Properties owns a number of complexes. The address is 9 to 27 Bergamont Avenue, and that's in Toronto. And the conditions in these units are absolutely disgusting, deplorable. And these tenants have been complaining for the longest time. Now, just take a look at what one of these brothers' uh, walkthrough shows his living conditions and what's happening to the tenants who are now speaking up about it. Take a look.
Welcome to Pinedale Properties.
Well, that's where my bathtub is. And it constantly leaks, and the only thing they do is put patchwork. They don't fix the actual pipes. The water goes down there. The previous manager told me, well, Greg, you know what, man? Say when you take a shower, try not to let the water splash up against the wall. I said, that's ridiculous.
His unit also wouldn't stop flooding, and he gave up on replacing the floors again and again.
Right now we're standing on concrete, and I just painted it just to make it look nice for me. But still, even so, when it's flooding, you have to mop it up.
The source of the flood, the communal laundry room, though that hasn't been an issue in a while because that machine stopped working. This weekend, he got to show the damage to the mayor and his city councillor, along with the bylaw officer they brought with them. They came on a tour to see firsthand what he and other tenants at the townhouses and buildings from 9 to 27 Bergamont Avenue have been dealing with for years.
That's hard. Also, some of the external fixtures are very old and has rotted and needs to be fixed. Lots of things to do.
Residents were also told to pay to repair their appliances, which they don't get to keep. Those are just a handful out of a grocery list of issues tenants have with their units, managed by Pinedale Properties, who have a whole section on their website about giving tenants a peace of mind. Residents say dealing with them to fix the issues has been nothing but. They say they won't accept work orders on paper. They have to use an app instead.
How many of you have any success in using an app? Zero.
Their local tenant union chair says they've intimidated residents from speaking out, especially after a recent town hall where they talked about the issues.
And 3 out of the 4 people that went to the town hall meeting got eviction notice. We were very vocal. We said what we got to say, and now they're coming after us.
Okay, that is absolutely disgusting. And the fact that this man said that he had to paint the concrete floors and he was the one repairing the floors and the flooding and all of these things that are going on, the amenities, washing machine not working. And this property management company is saying that they are responsible for paying. That is not how it's supposed to go in rental properties. The rental property is responsible for making those repairs, for fixing floods, for all of those things. So to tell him, oh, just don't let the water splash on the tiles when you take a shower and you'll be good, is absolutely unacceptable. And then on top of that, this particular building, the rental rates for a 1-bedroom starts at $1,899. Now, if you want a 3-bedroom, you're looking at $2,939. And then the mayor comes out. And the mayor does a little walkthrough. Her name is Olivia Chow. And she's saying that there's lots of work to do and something has to be done. The question is, what is going to be done? Because as you heard, 3 tenants spoke up and got evicted. They can't even do that. Unless they're not paying their rent, which it seems to me like these tenants are still paying their rent, even though they're living in deplorable conditions, they have no right to evict them. So this is something that also can be taken to the LTB, which is the Landlord and Tenant Board. The only problem with that is you can wait a year, 2 years before you even get in front of somebody. You also have to consider getting a lawyer, and that costs money. If you don't qualify for legal aid, then you got to figure it out yourself. So it's a whole process. Meanwhile, these black tenants are struggling, trying to just live in a nice condition while paying this astronomical amount of rent. And by the way, that rent doesn't include utilities. So you have to pay for hydro most times in these buildings now. So it's 1899 to over 2300 plus hydro. Okay? So this is really, really bad. This particular property management company is foul, okay? And the mayor needs to do something about this. Because on top of all of this, we have a housing crisis. I'm sure people are wondering, why don't they just move? Because this rental rate, believe it or not, at $18.99 is considered to be a steal now in Toronto, because if you want a one bedroom, the average rate starts at about 2,000 and up, and that does not include utilities. Okay, so when you're there, you try to make it work, and it's sad but true. And then on top of that, we're letting hundreds of thousands of more immigrants into the country when we already have a housing crisis. So there is a lot of work to be done. As Olivia Chow said, the question is, what are you going to do about this housing situation, this housing crisis? What is the Liberal government going to do? Absolutely deplorable. Let me know what you all think about this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share this content. Also, don't forget to download the African Diaspora News app. You can grab it at the Google or Apple store. You will not be disappointed. Download that app. Also, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Emma Ansah Unfiltered. Until next time, please be safe.